Fight fans, UFC 318 is almost here, and it is going to be a banger. We got high-stake matchups with title implications. Every second in the octagon matters. And you can get in on the action with my partners, DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, all new customers who bet just $5 can get $150 in bonus bets instantly. It doesn't matter who you're backing at UFC 318. This is your shot to get in on the action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. When you sign up, use my promo code SONNEN. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Stay in on the action. Use your $150 in bonus bets. On DraftKings, same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as they happen, making watching the game that much more exciting. If sports betting is not yet available in your area, don't worry. You can still join in on all the action with DraftKings Pick 6 and have a shot to win cash prizes. Download DraftKings Sportsbook right now. New customers use the promo code SONNEN. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code SONNEN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. You have no idea how many people have asked me for a picture of Conor's hammer. And it's hard for me to not send it to him. I made a video on it yesterday. I couldn't quit staring at this picture. And it's not by choice. You can't quite tell what's going on there. So then you zoom in. Whoa. Right, you got Mr. Winky looking at you. And then you zoom back and you go, wait a minute, was there something? So you zoom back and you realize he's got like a BDSM strap around it. And then there's a weight clinging to it. And by the way, from an artistic standpoint, I don't know how to interpret that. I don't know if that was in a movie. I don't know if this is a generational thing. I don't know if I'm aging myself. Like, I don't know what that means to be able to show that your penis can hold a weight. I don't know what that signifies. So, but I did think about it. Because it was impossible to not send this to certain people that are asking me for it. It was impossible. I just made a video and said that I had it. And by the way, I'm not convinced it's porn of any fashion. I'm not. We have an artist. It's a martial artist. But we have an artist and a performer that's doing something. And I genuinely am curious as to what that is. Now,
Chael, hang on. Apparently people are using these weights to make themselves larger.
As though you do an exercise with the weight?
9 hours a day for several months, and you may get an extra ½ inch to an inch.
Okay, now hold on. When I was growing up, I had my own fantasy that if I did something along that you could I mean, I was like 7 and 8 years old, but I do remember thinking, if you pulled on it each day, that it would get long. Are we talking about to get it longer or to get it stronger? Like, do you hook the weight and then do one of these numbers?
We got to be done.
Okay.
This is too much.
So, we have an artist that is performing something for us. Now, I get asked to do on something called Cameo. And on Cameo, there will be an occasion, and a big one for me is when Father's Day rolls around. A big one for me is when Christmas rolls around. But I'll get asked to do a lot of bachelor party stuff. Hey, can you say something? Can you guess? It's got to be my groomsman. Hey, my buddy's getting married. Can you wish him well? And I will always let the dude know, hey, by the way, this girl doesn't love you, at least not the way that you think. You know, I just got one. I just got one the other day. We're going to Puerto Vallarta for this destination wedding. Can you make one for my buddy? It's like, okay, dude, just so you understand, if you want to find out how much this girl doesn't love you, call her and tell her you're marrying her, but there's no wedding. The Puerto Vallarta is off. Like, if you ever find yourself having to bribe a girl by taking her and her family on a vacation, I'm only sharing for you. Your marriage might work out. You might have a bunch of kids and grandkids and the whole bit. She doesn't love you. Now, before you think that's me, and I tell these guys that, and I tell them, I'm not telling you this to be funny, and I'm not telling you this to be cruel. I'm telling you this for the day that you realize that you are a life raft. You represent something else. And it's men that have to be loved. I know the fairy tale tells you something different. It's men that have to be loved. Women have to be wanted, and it's a very different thing. So the guy shows his love through this passion. I can't keep my hands off you. Come over here. Whatever it is, something along these lines. Now, what he doesn't understand, and a lot of guys have a hard time, they end up in counseling, and they end up divorced, and they end up in affairs, is when that wears off, it's the thing that's left over. Right? When that left off, and she's not as much about, come here, you have to touch you. That's actually what the love is. And then you find out if you can go for that or not. Now, why do I take the time to tell you that entire story? Because I feel that is what Conor is going through here. I mean, I'm trying to look at it and I'm trying to figure out. He's at home. He's not on the road. We know he had the bare knuckle event. We know that he was on the road and he was in the beach and he was in a different place. This is his home closet, if you happen to notice. So, right outside those doors, he has a family. Now, what is the point of that? The point is, what many of you are perceiving to be a dirty booty call isn't. There wouldn't even be an opportunity for it. He's not on the road. He's not like, hey, slip over to this hotel. It's not a situation like that. He's at home. Okay, now why do I say that? Because guys, you got to learn from this moment. You understand, right? That I'm a very cool guy. Do you understand that? I'm just wondering. Do you understand that? Okay. In my life, and you understand, I'm rich. I'm famous. In my life, I have never. You understand, I've been married for 13 years. In my life, which includes my beautiful bride, I have never, and I do mean never, been asked for a dick pic. It doesn't work that way with women. Now, you guys and even the young men that follow me, there will be a time when you will want to, you will have that phase at some point. You will find yourself likely not being able to resist the urge to ask some girl to send you a picture of a body part. It doesn't work the other way around. And that is where the tremendous irony, and that's where the tremendous psychological, the yearning. What is he missing? What is he looking for? What is happening here? Because it's not as though an unsolicited picture from Conor McGregor could not get you the full attention of the opposite sex. It's not like that. Conor would have many opportunities for mating partners. He would have more mating opportunities, far more, exponentially than the average person. But let me just paint a scenario for you. No girl wants that pic. Just sharing for you. So if you're trying to get her attention and you're looking for, he could have sent her a pic of his yacht. He could have DM'd her an unsolicited picture of his yacht. He could have sent her an unsolicited picture of him on stage performing. Him and Jake Gyllenhaal behind the scenes. Him at a fight right up the ring where he can reach out and touch it. Him on his rented jumbo jet that you guys think that he owns. There was a lot of things that he could have done that would have got her attention. But to make believe, see, that's where the disconnect comes. Whatever he is that he's looking for doesn't exist. That's not real. Any woman that has ever made him feel in a certain and a special way from this type of attention was a con woman who was looking to get a seat on that jet, or a chase lounge on that yacht, or a ticket next to him at that fight, and therefore pretended that they were interested in the semi-crooked, shaved, weighted mini-me, which he could have presented, likely in person, had he sent them a picture of the jet or of the yacht.